Hi all, welcome to this wonderful section, and I'm very sure this session is very interesting, and we are going to discuss about the interesting topic combustion and flame. Let's move on to the topic. Combustion. What does mean by combustion? Heating a chemical substance in the presence of oxygen to liberate heat and produce energy. This is the combustion, and example for combustion is burning a candle, LPG gas, that is liquid petroleum gas, CNG, compressed natural gas, wood, charcoal burning, food we eat. These are all examples of combustion. And fuel, food we eat. Here, food what we eat act as a fuel. Burning a candle act as a fuel. LPG, CNG as a fuel. And here, wood, charcoal burning. Here, wood and charcoal act as a fuel. Except food, all process need combustion. Okay? Next. A chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. Okay? Reacts with oxygen to give heat. Candle, for example, we take candle. Candle is made up of wax or paraffin. Okay? It reacts with oxygen and it gives light. You find light there and it gives energy. That means that substance, the candle, is subjected to combustion. Okay? Next. The substance that undergoes combustion is said to be combustible. It's also called a fuel. Okay? Previously, I said here burning a candle, here candle acts as a fuel. So, the substances that undergoes combustion. Here the candle undergoes combustion. So candle is also called a fuel there. The fuel may be solid, liquid or gas. Could be anything. Sometimes light is also given off during combustion. Either as a flame or as a glow. Okay. What is combustion? The chemical process in which a substance reacts with the oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. So, what is fuel? The substance that undergoes combustion is said to be combustible. It's also called fuel. The fuel may be solid, liquid or gas. Okay. Next. Fuels. The fuels should be combustible and non-combustible. Combustible means produce heat or light, reacts with oxygen. You see, for example, candle. Okay, it produces heat and it produces light. It reacts with oxygen. And what is meant by non-combustible? Does not react with the oxygen. It's known as not combustible fuel. Okay, next. Okay, look at this table. See here, some materials are there. Whether we see what is combustible and what is non-combustible. Here see the first one, wood. Wood is a combustible one. It's a combustible fuel and it's very powerful too. Next, paper, also combustible. Iron nails are non-combustible. It does not react with the oxygen. Kerosene oil, of course they are combustible. Of course they are very severe combustible one. Stone piece, non-combustible. It does not react with the oxygen. Straw, of course, they are combustible. Charcoal, very powerful. They are combustible. Matchsticks, very powerful. Matchsticks. You see the knob. You see the tip of the matchstick. What is made up of? The matchstick is made up of red phosphorus with potassium chloride and a little bit of antimony sulfide and powdered glass. So it's very powerful. Of course, this is a combustible one. Glass. It's a non-combustible. Okay. Wood, paper, kerosene oil, straw, charcoal, matchsticks are combustible. Iron nails, glass and stone piece are non-combustible. Combustible means it gives light and heat and mainly reacts with oxygen. Non-combustible means it does not react with oxygen. Okay, next. What is ignition temperature? The lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire. Lower temperature at which a substance catches fire is called its ignition temperature. Okay, combustible substances cannot catch fire or burn as long as temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. It's very, very important. Combustible substances cannot catch fire or burn as long as its temperature is lower than its ignition temperature. Okay, what is combustible substances? Okay, what is combustible substances? It's having low ignition temperature. They are highly inflammable, means they are dangerous, very dangerously explosive. For example, petrol, diesel, wood, compressed natural gas and LPG. So, we keep petrol, diesel and LPG stored in tight containers. Okay, because they are dangerously explosive. Okay. Solid fuel. What is solid fuel? Wood, charcoal. These are solid fuels and very high ignition temperature. Do not catch fire easily. Okay. Liquid fuel, petrol, diesel, kerosene, very low ignition temperature. So it catch fire very easily. That's why we stored that in tight containers. Okay. Inflammable substance. As I already told, the substances which have very low ignition temperature and can easily catch fire with the flame are called inflammable substances. Examples of inflammable substances are petrol, alcohol, LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas. Okay. Okay. You see in this picture, they are all using water to set off fire. Water cools the combustible material so that its temperature is brought below its ignition temperature. So that prevents the fire from spreading. Water vapors also surround the combustible material, helping in cut off the supply of air. So the fire is extinguished. That's why the fireman's work. That's why they are using water to set off fire here. Okay. The most common fire extinguisher is water. But water not working for all of them. It's work only when things like wood and paper are on fire. But because water has some electricity, if any electrical equipment is on fire, it does not work. Okay, water may conduct electricity. So, it's an adding point to increase the fire. So, if any electric equipment is on fire, don't use water to set off that. Okay, water is also not suitable for fires involving oil and petrol. Okay, electrical equipment, oil and petrol. These are all on fire means water is not the suitable one to set off fire on that. If any electrical equipment is on fire and any petrol thing or any oil substance is on fire, don't use water to set off that. Okay, only wood and paper things are on fire, you use water to set off that. Okay. So, water is not suitable for fires involving electrical equipment, oils and petrol. Then what? Simple, carbon dioxide. For fires involving electrical equipment and inflammable materials, fire extinguisher. Petrol, carbon dioxide is the best extinguisher. Okay, carbon dioxide being heavier than oxygen. So it covers like a blanket. Since the contact between the fuel and oxygen is cut off, the fire is controlled. Okay, because the carbon dioxide is heavier than oxygen, so it acts as a blanket. So the contact between the fuel and oxygen is cut off. So the fire is controlled. Okay, note the point. If any wood thing or any paper thing is on fire, you use water instead of carbon dioxide. But if any electrical equipment or any petrol, oil is that things are on fire, instead of water you have to use carbon dioxide as a fire extinguisher, because it is heavier than oxygen, so it acts as a blanket and cut the contact. Okay, cut the contact between oxygen and fuel. Okay, that's why we use carbon dioxide here. Okay, and then the added advantage of carbon dioxide is that in most cases it does not harm the electrical equipment. Okay, next type of combustion. 5 types: slow combustion, spontaneous combustion, complete combustion, rapid combustion, and incomplete combustion. What is meant by slow combustion? So, burning of wood and charcoal. So, wood and charcoal is an example for solid fuel. Okay. For slow combustion, we take burning of wood and charcoal. For what wood and charcoal come under slow combustion? Because they have high ignition temperature. That's why wood and charcoal come under slow combustion. Okay. Next, spontaneous combustion. There are substances like phosphorus which burn in air at room temperature. Okay, that all come under spontaneous combustion. What is meant by complete combustion means it's having a full amount of oxygen. Okay, it's having the coal, that the combustible substances reacts with a full amount of oxygen. Okay, then only it gives the good end product. Okay, for example, we take coal. Coal reacts with the oxygen and give carbon dioxide and we find energy. Okay, it reacts with the full oxygen. And what is incomplete combustion? Here the oxygen supply is cut off. So coal reacts with the half supply of oxygen and it gives carbon monoxide. Okay, so carbon monoxide means it's a very, very dangerous one. Okay, that the incomplete combustion is also called partial oxidation. Okay, coal, it reacts with a half mole of oxygen and it gives insufficient release of, and it gives carbon monoxide. It's one of the poisonous gas. Carbon monoxide is a poisonous one. And it's an example for incomplete combustion. Okay. Rapid combustion means fuel which are in liquid and gas. Okay, for example, LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, compressed natural gas. These are very, very rapid combustion. Have low ignition temperature, can easily catches fire. So it comes under rapid combustion. Okay, these are all 5 types of combustion: slow combustion, spontaneous, complete, rapid, incomplete. Simple. Slow means it have high ignition temperature. It need high ignition temperature. It have high ignition temperature, so that's wood and charcoal comes under this category. Spontaneous means like phosphorus, which are burned at air at room temperature. Complete means the combustible substances with the supply of sufficient oxygen and it reacts with sufficient oxygen. It is called a complete combustion. But what is incomplete combustion means? Not sufficient oxygen is there. So with that sufficient oxygen, coal it reacts with the insufficient oxygen and it gives a very poisonous and gas carbon monoxide. And what is rapid combustion? It have low ignition temperature, so it can easily gets fire, it easily catches fire easily. So, which are on the fuels which are in gas and liquid, that means petrol, CNG, LPG, that and all comes under rapid combustion. Okay, these are all 5 types of combustion. Next, flames. In the light portion, it has 3 parts. See, outer portion, it's called complete combustion and it's one of the hardest part. And middle portion, the zone of partial combustion, it's a luminous flame. Okay, and it's a partially hottest. And the most important is inner zone. It's a unburnt wax. That is cold zone. Okay, if you keep the finger on the top, means it's very, very hot, hottest one because it undergoes complete combustion. You keep the finger in the middle of that light means you feel a little heat because it's a partially hottest one. And you keep the inside innermost one means because it is the coldest zone because it is an unburnt wax. Okay, these are the 3 zones in the flame of the candle. Okay, next, flames. Flames, a form of energy, light and heat. Flames means it's a form of energy, heat and light. Chemical substances which support combustion and produce large amount of heat and light. Okay, the substances which vaporize during burning gives flames. The substances which vaporize during burning, very, very important. Flames means the substances which vaporize under burning, it gives flames. For example, kerosene oil and molten wax rise through the wick and are vaporized during burning and form flames. Okay, charcoal on the other hand does not vaporize and does not produce a flame. For example, kerosene oil and molten wax, it vaporized during burning, so it gives flames. On the other hand, you see charcoal, it does not vaporize. Does not vaporize means it does not produce any flame. Okay, which one produce flame? Kerosene oil and molten wax. It only produce flames because they are vaporized. Okay, next. Fuels. What is fuels? Substances that produce large amount of heat and energy on heating. Okay, the sources of heat energy for domestic and industrial purposes are mainly wood, charcoal, petrol, kerosene. Okay, in our home itself we use kerosene for cooking. Somebody use wood for cooking. Okay, next, these substances are called fuels. Okay, you know what is fuel, and you have to what the features that fuel have. Let me see. A good fuel is one which is readily available and it is very cheap and it burns easily in air at a moderate rate and it produces a large amount of heat and it does not leave behind any undesirable substances. These are the these are the things the fuel should be a good. These are the things including that fuel is a good one. Okay, next. Fuel efficiency. What is meant by fuel efficiency? Efficiency of fuel, it depends on calorific value. What is meant by calorific value? The amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel is called its calorific fuel. Okay, heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel is called calorific value and it is expressed in this unit. Okay, kilojoule per kg. Okay, So efficiency of a fuel depends on calorific value, and what is calorific value means the amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel. See, 1 kg of a fuel, that's called calorific value. Okay, it's denoted as kilojoule per kg. And caloric value is expressed in kilojoule per kg. Okay, next. Okay, here we are going to see the calorific value for some fuels. Okay, we take cow dung cake. So their calorific value is between 6,000 to 8,000. And coal, their calorific value is 70,000 to 22,000. And wood have calorific fuel for 25,000 to 33,000. Petrol 45,000. Kerosene also 45,000. Diesel also 45,000. Petrol, kerosene, diesel, 3 of them having same calorific value. And here methane and compressed natural gas. Here 2 of them have same calorific value. And then LPG, liquefied petroleum gas, has 55,000 calorific value, and biogas have 35,000 to 40,000 calorific value. Hydrogen has high calorific value among all, because hydrogen have 150,000 calorific value. Okay, the most highest one is hydrogen. Okay, next. Burning of fuels leads to some harmness. What is that? The increasing fuel consumption has harmful effects on the environment. So, carbon fuels like wood, coal, petroleum release unburned carbon particles. These fine particles are very dangerous and dangerous pollutants causing respiratory diseases such as asthma. So that carbon particles leads to asthma and lung diseases. And incomplete combustion of these fuels give carbon monoxide gas. It's very poisonous. Okay, it is dangerous to burn coal in a closed room. The carbon monoxide gas produced can kill persons sleeping in that room. Combustion of most fuels releases carbon dioxide in the environment. So, increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the air, it will cause global warming. Okay, global warming, how it is caused? Increased number of carbon dioxide in the environment, it leads to global warming. Next, we are going to discuss about acid rain. Burning of coal and diesel, it releases sulfur dioxide gas. It is an extremely suffocating and corrosive gas. Moreover, petrol engines give off gaseous oxides of nitrogen. Oxides of sulfur and nitrogen dissolves in rainwater. So that dissolver, that form acids. That rain is called acid rain. It is very harmful for building, soil and crops. Okay, what is acid rain? Burning of coal and diesel releases sulfur dioxide gas, and it is extremely corrosive gas. And petrol engines give off gaseous oxides of nitrogen. So the combination of sulfur and nitrogen in rainwater dissolves in rainwater and form acids. Then we have acid rain on our environment. So that acid rain causes our building, soil and crops. Okay. Next, the use of diesel and petrol as fuel in automobiles is being replaced by compressed natural gas. Why we have to use compressed natural gas? Because it is a cleaner fuel. Okay, the harmful product is very in small amount only. Compared to petrol and diesel, we have to use compressed natural gas as a fuel because it's a very cleaner fuel and good to our environment. Okay, let's discuss about deforestation. What is meant by deforestation? For centuries, wood was used as domestic and industrial fuel, but now it has been replaced by coal and other fuels like LPG. In many rural parts of our country, people still using wood as a fuel because of its easy availability and low cost. However, burning of wood gives a lot of smoke which is very harmful for human beings. It causes respiratory problems. Some causes asthma and lung diseases. It directly affects our respiratory system, those who are using wood as a fuel. Also, tree provide us with some useful substances which are lost when wood is useful as a fuel. Okay. Moreover, cutting of trees leads to deforestation, which is quite harmful to the environment. Let me see the 1 mark questions now. Oxides of sulfur and nitrogen dissolve in rainwater and form acids. Oxides of sulfur and nitrogen dissolve in rainwater and form acids. Such a rain called acidrain. The substances which burn in air are called combustible substances. Various types of combustion are rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, and explosion. 3 different zones of a flame are dark zone, luminous zone, and non-luminous zone. The amount of heat energy produced on complete combustion of 1 kg of a fuel is called its calorific value. The calorific value of a fuel is expressed in a unit. It's called kilojoule per kg. The sources of heat energy for domestic and industrial purposes are mainly wood, charcoal, petrol, kerosene, etc. And these substances are called fuels. A large amount of gas formed in the reaction is liberated. Such a reaction is called explosion. A chemical process in which a substance reacts with the oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. The substance that undergoes combustion is said to be combustible, and it is also called fuel. The lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called ignition temperature. The substances which have very low ignition temperature and can easily catch fire with the flame are called inflammable substances. Example of inflammable substances are petrol, alcohol, LPG, that is liquefied petroleum gas. We find that the gas burns rapidly and produces heat and light. Such a combustion is known as rapid combustion. The type of combustion in which a material suddenly bursts into flames without the application of any apparent cause is called spontaneous combustion. The calorific value for petrol is 45,000. Calorific value for cow dung cake is 6,000 to 8,000. Combustion of most fuels releases carbon dioxide in the environment. Increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the air is believed to cause global warming. Okay, thank you. If you like this session, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.